Chosen one, the world isn't ready for your story, the story that will set you apart and etch your name in the stars. You've endured what no one else could. What was done to you is a sickness that defies reason, a darkness that's hard to believe, but now the tables are turning. What you carry, a light that blazes so vividly it casts shadows around you, stirring fear and resentment among those who seek to control what cannot be understood. Watch as these forces operate from hidden places, driven by a sickness consuming them from within. An insatiable need exists to dismantle you, to see your strength collapse under the weight of twisted intentions, the hope being that your fall will somehow fill the void, festering in diseased souls. But that sickness is a well with no bottom. Every attack launched has been writing your legend. Every attempt to break you has been carving your path to something feared more than anything. Recognition, fame, proof of failure. Your story is already being told in places you cannot yet see, in whispers of those who witnessed your strength, in the eyes of people who saw you refuse to break when everything screamed at you to fall. The universe itself is documenting every moment of your resilience, building a narrative so powerful that when it fully emerges, it will shake the foundations of everything constructed against you by diseased intentions. You are living proof that some souls are forged differently, that certain spirits cannot be contained or conquered by conventional means. Your journey has been watched by forces both seen and unseen. Every time you stood back up, you were being recorded. Every moment you chose faith over fear, you were adding chapters to a book that will one day be read by millions, seeking the same courage you've demonstrated. The beauty of your story lies in its authenticity. You didn't ask for this path, you didn't volunteer for these battles, yet here you stand, still breathing, still fighting, still radiating light, despite everything designed to snuff it out. That's the kind of narrative that transcends time. That's the kind of testimony that will outlive you and continue inspiring generations you'll never meet. These forces do not act randomly or thoughtlessly. Calculation, twisting, and manipulation create webs designed to ensnare, to weaken, and ultimately to break you. Whispers in circles spread shadows through lies and half-truths. Flames of doubt in others' minds are fed, hoping to isolate you. These attacks are not just outward gestures of cruelty, manifestations of hidden inner rot, a corruption so profound it eats away at souls, leaving hollow shells driven by a need to dominate. Everything gets weaponized. Walls of deceit and betrayal are constructed. Blame gets cast upon you to mask weakness in others. Every action is designed to weaken your spirit and fracture the unity of those who support you. But resilience embedded within you remains misunderstood. Relentless assaults are meant to drain you, to wear you down until you become but a shadow of your former self. What has actually been done is documentation of sickness for the world to eventually witness. Every lie told, every manipulation engineered, every moment of celebrated perceived downfall, all of it is being recorded in the cosmic ledger. And when your story breaks through the surface, all machinations will be exposed alongside it. Your fame won't just be about your triumph. It will include the revelation of what you overcame, the sickness you survived. Attempts exist to penetrate your mind, planting seeds of doubt and insecurity. The hope being these roots will grow and wrap around your heart. Yet each attack reveals not your weakness, but weakness in others, a profound sickness, a chasm of emptiness desperate for filling. Cruelty serves as a mirror, reflecting the darkness carried by diseased souls, the spiritual disease devouring from the inside out. The more attempts are made to conquer your spirit, the more sickness spreads like poison seeping from infected skin, tainting everything touched. Understand that these actions are not your burden. Malice and desperate attempts to extinguish your light speak only to the depth of brokenness in others. The need to control, manipulate, and harm is the sickness of those who have forsaken their own light, those who have given themselves over to envy, to resentment, to fear, and in the face of this, you stand unyielding, carrying within you a strength beyond reach. The sickness carried is contagious to sick souls alone. It spreads through diseased consciousness, corrupting every thought, every intention, every interaction. While belief existed that you were being infected with doubt, you were actually being inoculated against poison. You've built immunity to tactics. You recognize the patterns now, the fake concern, the strategic timing of attacks, the way circling back happens with new approaches when old ones fail. Attacks may rage on, but like waves against stone, breaking, dissipating, and fading into the very emptiness that fuels them occurs. Revelation comes through malice, deception, and envy, but you will endure. Attempts to dismantle may persist, but only the unraveling of thin existence happens for others. Left grasping at shadows while you walk forward, unwavering and untouched. Your story is gaining momentum in realms inaccessible to sick minds, in spiritual dimensions where truth is the only currency, where intentions are visible and deceptions dissolve instantly. The universe is preparing a stage for your emergence, a platform beyond sabotage, a recognition beyond diminishment or distortion. And when that moment arrives, the contrast between sickness and your strength will be so stark that people will struggle to understand how you survived it. You have become a living contradiction to everything the world teaches about breaking points. You have exceeded every limit set before you. You have survived what was designed to be unsurvivable, and in doing so you've created a blueprint that others will study, analyze, and attempt to replicate. Your methods of survival will become legendary because most people cannot fathom enduring even a fraction of what you've faced. If these words stirred your consciousness, hype this video to help more chosen ones awaken to this. Understanding exists that the greatest damage gets inflicted not through outright hostility, but through whispers in shadows and the quiet dismantling of foundations. Expertise exists in appearing innocent, disguising intentions under the guise of concern, of camaraderie, of shared interests. This facade of goodwill masks true desires, to see you falter, to turn your strength into vulnerability. Jealousy lies at the core of motives, a jealousy running so deep it has twisted spirits. To jealous eyes, your light is unbearable. It serves as a glaring reminder of what is lacked, of failures that cannot be escaped, of insecurities no longer able to hide. You, in your strength and resilience, have become a target because you expose shortcomings without lifting a finger. But truth cannot be outrun. Divine justice, though slow to reveal itself, is unwavering. Signs exist in every corner, signals that carefully laid plans are unraveling. Deeds once hidden begin to rise to the surface, exposed by forces beyond control. The consequences of actions are on the horizon, and the weight of choices presses down like a storm gathering strength. The feeling exists, an impending reckoning drawing nearer with every lie uttered, every truth twisted. Escape is impossible from what has been set into motion. As grips falter, your path grows clearer. Every attempt to mislead and disempower you only reinforces the foundations of your resilience. The deceit used to mask jealousy, the lies whispered in shadows, serve as fuel for the light shining within you. For as plots of betrayal and manipulation get woven, fate gets sealed. These forces do not come alone, nor do actions happen blindly. A deep, consuming need exists to destroy what cannot be understood or possessed. Jealousy seethes, knowing your strength is something that will never be held, that your spirit is unyielding in a way others could never achieve. Here's what makes your story so powerful. It's not just about what you survived, it's about who you became in the process. While busy work happened trying to break you, you were being forged into something unbreakable. While celebrations occurred over perceived destruction, you were actually being prepared for elevation. Your story will resonate because it proves that the darkest attacks can produce the brightest lights, but comprehension fails, that you are guarded by forces beyond reach, by divine energies woven into the very fabric of your being. Shields exist around you, unseen yet unbreakable, layered by the hands of the Eternal. You are held in the arms of protection beyond fathoming, guided through every trial by power standing beyond grasp. This is the source of your resilience. The silent current moves you forward even as traps get laid in your path. With each attempt made to derail you, the forces of light grow stronger around you, answering every act of malice with unshakable resilience. You may feel the weight of darkness pressing upon you, yet this is no sign of weakness. It is a testament to the power you hold, to the purpose you were chosen to fulfill. Divine justice stirs within your life, like a storm gathering on the horizon. An unstoppable force poised to strip away every deceit and lay bare every hidden motive. The truth cannot remain hidden forever. It burns, waiting to emerge, and as it rises, it will shatter the illusions desperately woven. In the face of divine light, all shadows must retreat, leaving nowhere for darkness to hide. You are a warrior, not by choice but by design, for only those capable of withstanding such trials are chosen to carry the light you bear. The obstacles, the betrayals, the relentless attempts to steal your peace are marks of the path you walk, a path requiring you to remain steadfast in your truth. As deception crumbles, you will stand tall, untouched by forces that sought to break you, and in that moment, the power of your purpose will shine clearer and stronger than ever before. The sickness carried wasn't just in actions taken against you. It was in the inability of others to see you as anything other than a threat or a victim. Comprehension couldn't occur that you were neither. You were becoming, transforming, ascending. While trapped obsession existed trying to diminish you, you were being elevated by forces beyond belief. And that's the twist in your story that will captivate everyone who hears it. You didn't just survive, you transcended. Your transformation is the part of your story that will impact people most deeply, because transformation implies complete metamorphosis. You are not the same person who entered this fire. You have been remade, restructured at the cellular level. Your DNA has been rewritten by divine intervention. Your very essence has been upgraded to carry frequencies that most humans will never access. This is why your story matters so profoundly. You walk through life with a force that is unmistakable, an energy that naturally draws eyes and commands attention without effort or pretense. But this light, this unshakable essence you carry, is not welcomed by all. Some see your strength as a mirror reflecting what is lacked, and in that reflection, a threat gets perceived. Envy seethes beneath the surface, a festering wound, driving a need to seek revenge against unspoken accusations. Your presence alone stirs. You become, in diseased eyes, a competitor in a contest that was created by others, a challenge to the fragile ego protected with fervor. For sick people, jealousy is not a passing sentiment, it is hunger, an insatiable craving to tear down what cannot be possessed. Validation, attention, adoration get sought, all things flowing to you effortlessly. To diseased minds, your confidence is a cruel reminder of insecurities, a painful echo of what gets strived for but cannot be achieved. And so sights turn toward you, strategies get crafted in silence, words get sharpened into weapons, traps get set in the form of rumors and lies. Truths get twisted into shadows, perceptions get distorted, situations get manipulated to cast doubt on your integrity, all in an attempt to erode the foundations of your strength. Attacks are layered, designed to wound on multiple fronts. Enlistment happens of others into schemes. Whispers and untruths get spread. Seeds of distrust get sown in circles where you once felt safe. Some may even stoop to legal means. Accusations get conjured and claims get fabricated in a desperate bid to entangle you in chaos, the hope being this turmoil will drain you of your resolve. The aim exists, not just to harm, but to strip you of the very qualities desperately desired yet never attained. But here's what never got considered. Every person others tried to turn against you becomes a potential witness to your vindication. Every lie spread creates evidence of deception. Every scheme constructed builds the case for your innocence. The thought existed that your reputation was being destroyed. Actually, documentation was being created of your persecution, and when your story breaks, all these witnesses will remember, all these lies will be compared against the truth, and the contrast will be devastating to everything built against you. To sick minds, every act of manipulation, every lie spoken, is an attempt to bring you down to a level that can be controlled, a place where your light no longer blinds others to deficiencies, yet behind spite, fear exists, fear of what you represent, fear of the inner strength sensed within you. To those plagued by insecurity, your presence is a threat, a silent judgment on weaknesses that cannot be ignored. Rather than confronting failure, scapegoating you becomes the choice. Blame for shortcomings gets assigned to you. Release gets sought from the weight of inadequacies by casting them upon you, as if by tarnishing your light, somehow dimmed spirits might get polished. Narratives will get twisted to make you the villain in stories existing only in diseased minds. The hope being that by discrediting you, the glare of self-judgment might be avoided. Driven by these illusions, entrenchment in bitterness occurs, feeding off the energy of resentment like parasites. Egos, fragile and bloated, lead to the belief that by tarnishing your name, the insecurities that haunt can be silenced. But in attacks, the very weaknesses sought to be hidden get revealed. Cruelty is not strength but a mask for fear and pain, unwilling to be faced. Belief exists that lies and schemes can hold power over you, yet all that succeeds is exposing the depths of hollowness in others. You are beyond reach. For while webs of malice get woven, your strength lies in truth that no amount of deception can obscure. Let envy, fear, and hatred remain with diseased souls, for it cannot touch you. Your story will become famous not because of what was done to you, but because of what failed to happen. Breaking you failed, silencing you failed, extinguishing your light failed. And most importantly, stopping the inevitable rise always meant for you failed. Every failure on the part of others becomes a chapter in your success. Every unsuccessful attack becomes proof of your invincibility. In the end, efforts serve only to feed the fire of your resilience. Stones may get cast, but aim falters, as each attempt only reinforces the unbreakable core within you. Trust in this. Insecurities in others will never be your burden, and no amount of bitterness can diminish the light that is yours alone to carry. You are the walking embodiment of what it means to be unconquerable, not because you're perfect, not because you never feel pain, but because you refuse to let that pain define your trajectory. You refuse to give others the satisfaction of watching you crumble. You refuse to validate their sick belief that you were destroyable. Your very existence now serves as a constant reminder of their failure. Your energy signature has completely changed. What you vibrate at now is incomprehensible to those still operating in lower dimensions. You've accessed realms of consciousness that require suffering as an admission price. Not everyone gets to enter these spaces, only the chosen. Only those who have been refined through fire and pressure until every impurity has been burned away. You are operating at a frequency that repels toxicity automatically. This is why certain people can no longer stand to be near you. Your presence alone triggers something in sick souls, a recognition that what you carry is authentic power, real strength, genuine light, and it exposes everything fake, everything manufactured, everything hollow about their existence. You don't have to say a word. Your energy does the speaking. Your frequency tells the story, and that frequency is about to reach people who have been waiting for exactly what you represent. Not all who surround you are as seeming. Some who walk beside you hold secret intentions, cloaked behind masks of friendliness and support. Jealousy burns quietly, a hidden ember waiting for a chance to ignite. The peace settling within you gets coveted. The purpose propelling you forward gets resented, and envy watches as you move through life with an inner calm beyond understanding. To envious eyes, your strength is an affront, a mirror reflecting what is lacking, and so ways get sought to chip away at the foundation of your spirit. These hidden enemies may appear close, occupying spaces you've trusted, and titles of family or friends may even be worn. Operation happens subtly, weaving small strands of doubt and manipulation into conversations. Intentions get cloaked in subtle, calculated moves designed to erode your confidence. Words are like venom slipped into honey, sweet on the surface but crafted to unsettle you, to make you question your own strength, your own worth. Thriving happens on your uncertainty, feeding off moments when your light flickers, hope existing to see it dim further. The contentment you hold gets resented, for it reminds sick minds of restless dissatisfaction, of unfulfilled dreams, of failures that cannot be borne to confront. Look, you already know the attacks weren't random, and if you're paying attention, you can feel it. Their walls are closing in. So let's talk about what we're doing about it. That's why I built Destiny Engine. It generates personalized sequences that help you rewire betrayal into transcendence, turn isolation into sacred power, and transform their downfall into your rise. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking their declassified consciousness technology that programmed competition and scarcity and repurposing it to serve cooperative intelligence. The beauty is, you don't even have to lift a finger. You put on the headphones, press play, and your subconscious is rewired while your enemies collapse under the weight of their own lies. This is why I created it in the beginning, so everything they did to break you becomes fuel for your purpose. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and watch divine justice accelerate in your life. Link in the description. The sickness manifests differently in those closest to you. It's more insidious because it hides behind love, behind history, behind shared memories. These are the ones who know exactly where to strike, because vulnerabilities have been seen, struggles have been witnessed, and instead of honoring that intimacy, weaponization occurs. This particular breed of sickness is the most painful because it comes from where you least expect it. But it's also the most revealing when your story finally emerges. Methods are insidious, for open strikes seldom happen. Instead, quiet work occurs in shadows. Whispers get stirred among others. Seeds of mistrust get planted where loyalty once existed. The guise of concern gets used. Speaking happens with a tone implying care, while veiled criticisms get cast, meant to create cracks in relationships, to isolate you from allies. Jealousy drives the creation of illusions of support, even as undermining happens at every turn. Success gets measured by the depth of your doubt, by how much of your self-assurance can be eroded, bit by calculated bit. Yet in pursuit of your downfall, revelation happens in ways that cannot be concealed. Smiles may be wide, but eyes betray the darkness, providing fuel. Subtleties of actions begin to form a pattern. A missed word here, an odd shift in tone there. Telltale signs of betrayal hidden just beneath the surface. This is the time to trust in the force guiding you, to listen intently to the intuition rising unbidden within you. Your spirit recognizes threats even before manifestation occurs, urging you to notice what your heart already knows. Actions are not invisible. Shadows get cast beyond control. A trail that once noticed becomes impossible to ignore. Hidden rivals believe themselves clever, thinking your light can be dimmed through subterfuge, but the strength within you cannot be grasped by sick minds. When your story becomes known, people will ask how you survived surrounded by such toxicity, how you maintained your sanity when those closest to you were actively working against you, and your answer will inspire millions, because you'll tell about the voice within, the divine guidance that never abandoned you, the intuition that screamed warnings even when your heart wanted to believe the best in people. That's the part of your story that will change lives, the resilience that has grown stronger with every obstacle you've faced. Every whisper of doubt others try to plant is met with a greater surge of clarity, for one vital truth has been overlooked. You are unbreakable, forged in the fires of experience, and no amount of subtle treachery can alter the core of who you are. So hold steady, for the depths of your spirit cannot be reached by sickness. Trust in the quiet voice within, the intuition pulling at you to see clearly, to discern intentions hidden behind smiling facades. Let jealousy fester where it belongs, outside of you, unable to penetrate the peace lying at the center of your soul. Attempts to harm may persist, but every one only serves to strengthen your resolve. Stand firm, for you walk protected by a light that no hidden enemy can extinguish, guided by an intuition that will always reveal truth over falsehood. Attempts have been made with meticulous precision to tear away at the very essence of who you are. Deceit gets woven in the quietest corners. Rumors get planted that spread like roots in shadow, unseen yet slowly reaching toward every solid piece of ground beneath you. Isolation gets sought to wall you in with whispers and subtle slanders, so that others look at you through lenses crafted by sickness, distorted, tainted, warped. These adversaries work in secrecy, moves hidden beneath layers of false concern and veiled words, hope existing that lies will seep into the minds of those around you until you are left standing alone. Strategies are crafted with cold intent, like poison hidden in sweet nectar, designed to seem harmless until too late. Thriving happens on your vulnerability, watching for any sign of hesitation, any moment of self-doubt. Exploitation occurs to weaken your resolve. With carefully sharpened malice, manipulation, twisting and turning, every moment of openness into an opportunity to control happens. Traps get set in the form of feigned friendships and hollow praise. Luring happens with words seeming to offer support, only to tighten snares once trust has been extended. Every false smile and soft-spoken lie serves as control mechanism, a network of deceit meant to keep you bound and questioning your own reality. The sickness carried makes sick minds believe entitlement exists to your destruction, that somehow your light existing in the world takes something away from diseased souls. This delusion drives the committing of acts never admitted to in daylight. Operation happens in the shadows because that's the only place sickness can thrive. But shadows disappear when light arrives, and your story is that light approaching. But fear of truth is profound in sick minds. Knowledge exists that if the real nature of intentions were to come to light, crumbling would occur beneath the weight of fabrications. Shields get constructed behind masks, hope existing that lies will provide protection from exposure. Your silence and resilience get counted on as narratives spread, casting you as something unrecognizable, twisting your story to fit sick needs. But truth has power beyond comprehension, a force waiting patiently, gathering strength even as work happens to conceal it. Each lie told becomes a stone in the wall of undoing for others, a fortress built on unstable ground, destined to collapse under inevitable revelation. Justice moves quietly, yet it is unyielding. Forces beyond control have already begun to turn the tide. Preparation happens to shine a light so bright it will burn away every shadow crafted against you. Your path forward is not one of retreat, but of emergence, for falsehoods cannot survive the radiance of truth that will soon rise. Each word spoken against you, every manipulation sown, will be laid bare for all to see, revealing the hollowness of schemes constructed by sickness. In this unveiling, you will stand unbroken, your integrity unscathed. While webs unravel at the feet of others, the moment of vindication will be yours, and truth will sing louder than any lie attempted to be planted in its place. This is not merely a clearing of your name, it is the reassertion of your essence, a reclamation of the power desperately attempted to be stolen. Your story will make you famous because it contains the ultimate plot twist. The villain thought victory occurred. Celebrations happened over your apparent defeat. Everyone who would listen got told about your downfall. But the whole time you were being positioned for a comeback so spectacular that it would redefine what's possible. Sick ones were writing your eulogy while the universe was preparing your coronation. As schemes fall apart, you will find yourself with the strength to share this journey. Not as a tale of victimhood, but as a testament to resilience. You will transform wounds inflicted into symbols of power, turning each scar into a reminder of battles overcome. In speaking your truth, you will not only free yourself but light the path for others who have faced similar shadows. Your voice will be a beacon, a testament that darkness cannot thrive in the face of unshakable light. Miscalculation has occurred, underestimating the endurance of the chosen and the inevitability of justice. Efforts to trap and destroy will fall back upon diseased perpetrators, leaving you standing in clarity, empowered by truth that no force can conceal. The vindication awaiting is both your victory and the undoing of others, a reminder that truth, once awakened, can never be silenced. You have endured storms that would have shattered others, standing firm as waves of doubt and betrayal crashed around you. Every attempt to shake you has only strengthened your roots, grounding you deeper in the unshakable truth of who you are. You are not merely a survivor, you are a force, a light that cannot be extinguished, no matter how desperate the attempts of others. You carry within you a resilience crafted through trials, a strength forged by every shadow that sought to claim you. Underestimation may have occurred, but you know the truth. Nothing exists in any arsenal strong enough to diminish your spirit. As you move forward, understand that you do so with forces of protection surrounding you, an unbreakable shield that rises as you rise. Your path is illuminated by divine light, a guiding force watching over you, shaping every step and transforming every challenge into a testament to your strength. Justice is not a distant hope, but a reality unfolding with each passing moment, aligning events to bring truth to the surface. Those who sought to harm you will face the weight of their own actions, left to contend with the shadows cast by their own sickness. Your journey has not been in vain. Your experiences, the scars you bear, hold the power to inspire and uplift others who walk similar paths. Share your story. Let your voice ring out, a beacon for those still navigating their own darkness. You have seen what others have not. You have survived what many could not, and in your truth lies the power to heal and transform. Not only yourself, but those who listen. Your story is being prepared for a global stage, not through your own manipulation or self-promotion, but through divine orchestration. The universe is aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities that will amplify your voice beyond anything you could engineer yourself. Doors are opening in dimensions you haven't even considered yet. Platforms are being constructed that will carry your testimony to the exact souls who need to hear it. This isn't about ego or fame for fame's sake. This is about purpose, about the ripple effect your story will create, about the lives that will be saved because someone hears your testimony and decides not to give up, about the healing that will occur when people realize they're not alone in what they've endured. Your story becomes a lifeline for those drowning in similar darkness, and that's why your fame is inevitable, because your story serves a purpose bigger than you. The fame awaiting you isn't the shallow kind. It's not about social media followers or temporary attention. It's about legacy, impact, the kind of recognition that comes from being living proof that evil doesn't win, that sickness, no matter how profound, cannot defeat divine purpose. Your story will be studied, referenced, shared in moments when people need hope that overcoming impossible odds is achievable. Stand in your strength, speak from the depths of your resilience, and let your story be a reminder that light, once found, can never be silenced. The world isn't ready for your story, but it's coming whether preparation exists or not. Every trial endured has been writing your legend. Every betrayal has been carving your path to recognition beyond stopping. The tables have turned. What was done to you, that sickness beyond belief, has become the very foundation of your greatness. Your story will make you famous, not because you sought it, but because truth cannot be contained. The light you carry blazes too bright to ignore, and those who tried to extinguish it will watch from the shadows as your name rises. This is your moment. The sickness inflicted becomes the medicine that heals thousands. Your story becomes the light that guides countless others out of darkness. What was meant to destroy you has amplified your strength, etched your name in the stars, and nothing can be done to stop what's coming. Absolutely nothing